Hey y'all, I'm Nefertiti, the Corny Rainbow, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a pattern review for Viki Sews Arista pattern. This is a bodysuit, catsuit, workout, everyday, comfortable jumpsuit. Let's go ahead and get into the review. The Viki Sews Arista Bodysuit. I saw one of my sewing friends wearing it and I was like, ooh. But even before then, my homegirl bought a version of this jumpsuit. I don't know the name of the company, but they are the ones who I'm assuming Viki Sews got the inspiration from. It fits so good, like just off the top. The fit is really good. I did have to make a couple of adjustments. The first adjustment that I made was to the bra cups. I made them a little bit bigger, and I also extended the zipper. So the zipper stops just above the belly button on the pattern, and I made mine a little bit longer. Honestly, I did not even have to make that many adjustments to the pattern. I purchased a size 50 and a size 52. It goes from sizes 34 to 52. It is considered an intermediate pattern. So I use my serger for majority of making this bodysuit. If you have a serger, or even if you don't have a serger, you can use a zigzag stitch. The instructions come with pictures, is super easy to read. I sewed up one, I think it took me like a few hours to sew up the second one. First bodysuit that I made, I was making it as like a muslin. It was tighter than I wanted it to be, but more so because of the fabric that I chose. The fabric didn't have as much stretch as the fabric that I chose for the white version. I was a little bit sad, okay, because the first one that I made, I wanted it to be all pink, and by the time I finished like piecing everything out, I had to use more, and I ended up having to contrast. That was my fault. I thought I measured everything, you know, pretty good to be able to use just the pink fabric. This is my muslin, and it still has really good stretch to it. It's a four-way stretch fabric. Both of the fabrics are four-way stretch, but it doesn't have as much give as the second one that I made. I made in an off-white, and this is like a punty knit. I was like, I really want a solid color bodysuit. This bodysuit has to be a solid. I haven't loved something that I've made as much as I have these bodysuits. And if y'all know me, your girl lives for a catsuit, a bodysuit, a jumpsuit. And this is like right up my alley. So even as I'm like losing weight and I'm getting back to my like pre-pregnancy self, well, my pre-pregnancy body, kind of, sort of. And these jumpsuits being stretched, like they will still go down with me. And then if I have to take them in a little bit, then that's fine too. Usually when I'm getting in and out of jumpsuits, the zipper is not long enough because my torso is not short and it's also not too long, but I am 5'10". So getting in and out of jumpsuits and things that require either a button down or a zip down, I usually end up extending the zippers or the buttons on all of my jumpsuits. Like it is just like a standard adjustment that I make. I did wear the white bodysuit when I went to New York last month. I wore her to Move Fabrics and I ran into a sewing friend there. Tips about sewing this up. And really all of them are in the instructions. If you buy the pattern, all of the tips are there. But from what I noticed, definitely if you have a serger, use your serger. If you're in the tall girls crew, extend that zipper. And also use your cover stitch machine for finishing off the sleeves and the hem. Like that was perfect for me too. I love that it's showing what we would normally see on the inside of our garment on the outside with the surgeon stitches, which was pretty cool. And you can also make it without them exposed like this. And I already have one more planned out. So I guess y'all can say I'm officially a projector sewing baddie. And I actually sewed up both of those bodysuits with my projector. I cut them out with the projector. I'm still like learning how to use a projector and how to, you know, cut everything out and get my lines to get thicker and things like that on my pattern, so that I can see them projecting better onto my cutting table. I don't know how I missed that tip. There's an option for you to make the lines darker, and I made the comment in one of my stories when I was sewing this up and about my lines not really showing that well, and I was struggling to cut it out. Didn't even think to go back to the tutorial on how to use my projector, because I was like, oh, you know, I'm a pro now. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. Instagram friend reached out and told me how to make the lines bolder. And yeah, it was so easy. And after that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much better. Like my eyes aren't straining. I can actually see, you know, better where I'm cutting. And basically what that was is with some patterns, when you actually project them onto wherever you're projecting them, the lines can become lighter, so you can make the lines bolder. And so I made the lines bolder by the time I cut out the off-white bodysuit, and it was perfect. No complaints. I've already pulled out my fabric to sew another one. I really love this pattern. So I think that's good enough for a review. I don't get to sew a whole lot of stuff these days, but the things that I am sewing, I'm really intentional about it, and I'm trying to make sure that I document it as well so that I can share more of that process with y'all here on my YouTube channel. So let me know what y'all think about the Arista or Arista bodysuit by Viki Sews. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.